and gentlemen, we are the Millie Goats. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve's Eve right now. Back in the day, Tex, before we had kids and we were all grown up and all that stuff, we used to go to the Christmas Eve's tacky Christmas sweater party in the hometown. I currently have the Griswold Moose glass that I'm sipping out of. It is episode 347. It's December 23rd, 2025. We're taking a gift or a break from wrapping gifts to wish you and yours a happy National Festivus Day, Tex.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the 1997 episode of Seinfeld titled The Strike. George Costanza is the one who celebrates Festivus. The holiday was created by his father, Frank, and they celebrated it throughout George's childhood. Classic episode. Seinfeld is the best. Also, on a Christmas note, I just want to say I was watching The Grinch at the same time I was watching the bowl game here. And I just want to say that Cindy Lou is really the one to blame when everything went downhill for the Grinch, because she didn't tell him about the present pass along, and that's when everything went south. So I'm not trying to be a jerk, but Cindy Lou, pretty much you can blame Cindy Lou. So Tex is here. I'm here. We're going to talk some football. This is an abbreviated version, but we put out episodes twice a week. Unlike some of these other shows, they don't, but we do. We are consistent. We are there. We are football. We love football. So we're going to talk Monday Night Football recap. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL news, two big things, and then a couple of things about college football and a little bit of bowl update. And then we're going to complain. We're not going to complain about the NFL Christmas Day. We're not going to, okay? We're just not going to do it. So we're going to talk football, and we're going to sit here, and we're going to like it. Vanes says, shut up. You shut up, Vanes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to the podcast, we appreciate it. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Christmas travels. And hopefully you enjoy the show. Hit the like and the subscribe and all that stuff. Let's get into it. Tex, we got to thank Howdy Hats at howdy.hats.enc. Kitty with a flare is here. She says she likes your shirt. Santa hat, she loves your shirt. There you go. So, Turtle's here. So if you're listening to the podcast, we're filming in front of a live virtual audience, people from YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and Rumble and all those places. They're here with us. So we're going to talk football, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Okay, he wasn't saying shut up to you. I thought he was pulling in old Griswolds on me. I wasn't talking to you. And then Cowboys fan is here. What's up, buddy? Okay. Howdy.hats.enc on Instagram. They make these beautiful hats. If you'd like a hat, shout out to Colton, who was wearing his hat at the Panthers game and said he saw other people from App State that he was telling about the podcast. Shout out Colton at the Panthers game in the white and green robe Millie Goats hat. Also, shout out Quags wore his. Also, shout out Kaylin, Quags' wife, who won the fantasy football championship in our league. Shout out to her. So she beat, I think, who did she beat? What were we about to say?
She knows ball.
Yeah, you have to say she knows ball. There's really no denying that she knows ball. So, howdy.hats.enc. Okay. Let's hit some music here and let's get into it, Tex. Tex, how's that make you feel? You want to salute the Niners? Take a minute here. Salute the Niners.
No.
Yes. Do it. Do it.
No.
Go ahead, dude.
No, I'm not going. There's nothing to say.
The floor is yours.
There's nothing to say.
Cowboy fan says the Ohio Bobcats lead UNLV 17-3. I have that on the TV. Cowboys fan. We currently got it on. I think we got UNLV, so we're in trouble. But that's neither here nor there. Let's take the clocks back a mere 24 hours, I would say. Now, I have to preface this with the fact that it was the worst possible conditions to watch a football game in because I was in the semifinals of a fantasy football league, okay? The girl I was playing, she played 3 49ers, and I was up by 70 points. I had 176 points, and she needed 75 points to beat me. So I had to watch the game rooting against the Niners players to not score that many points. But I ended up losing anyway. She did score 75 points. So, complete disaster as far as that goes. But the San Francisco 49ers, 48-27, Indianapolis Colts, or over the Indianapolis Colts. I'm just here to say the 1 seed is within the grasp of the 49ers, Tex. And it's really not up for debate. It's in their hands. I was in shambles watching that game simply because of the fantasy football predicament I was in. But I will say this, Tex. CMC and Purdy were running around without their shoulder pads on in the cutoff, dry fit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pec problem in San Francisco. There's not a lot of chest going on between Purdy and CMC.
No.
They need to hit the bench press. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I do got kickoff return.
Oh gosh. I look up and I see the ball just rolling across the turf. So not a lot of pec work in the 49ers. Maybe that's their problem. Maybe that's why they get injured so much. They're not doing bench press, squats, and deadlifts. You think they're doing those? Because, I mean, clearly.
They must be doing like a lot of just explosive exercises with their legs.
Yeah.
A lot of one-legged leg press where they push it up and catch it with their legs.
A
lot of medicine ball.
A lot of band work.
Yeah.
I mean, the 49ers have the most injuries like every single year. And then when it hit me whenever I was watching the game and they were running around with their dry fits on. I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys aren't bench pressing. I mean, leave it. Don't let me criticize another man's chest, but let me criticize another man's chest because I do bench press. Tex, you bench press too.
Mm-hmm.
I know a chest that doesn't bench press when I see one. Having been a former not having a chest guy.
Still don't have a chest.
I would say my chest is not great, but it was better than that. CMC's got, he's incredible. He's got the pythons, he's got the abs, but I mean, at some point, we need some chest in there. Just throw a little, But anyways, the game starts. Colts are in the blue jerseys. Phil Rivers out there with his dad bod, all that stuff. They got black confetti falling randomly from the ceiling. I have no idea what that was about, or it was blue. Phillip Rivers comes out there on the first drive, 5-7, and then just absolutely torches Jair Brown for the first touchdown. I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, I thought they were going to run the football against us. Nope. The first throw to Pittman that he tried to throw deep, though, I don't know if you saw that.
Mm-mm.
Dude, Phil Rivers reared back and tried to throw a deep ball in like the first or second play of the game to Michael Pittman. Dude, that thing was like 10 yards short. It was bad. It was like whenever Buzz Lightyear the first movie when he tries to make the jump and thinks he could still fly. And then he gets like halfway through and the music cuts on and then he just hits the floor. That was like his football. Purdy comes back, 3 for 3, touchdown to Marcus Robinson. We get the kickoff return fumble right after that. Before the half, we had a bogus PI call that allowed them to get some points, the Colts, and then Pinero before the half was over hit a 64-yarder. 41 points at half was the most on Monday Night Football since 2018. Purdy in the first half was 13-17, 165 and 3. Niners, they don't punt. Okay. Finally got the run game going. The Niners are 5-0 since week 11 with a 34.4 points per game. That both of those stats lead the NFL. Big showdown with the Bears. The Niners are back. We just have to get our chest right. In order to say it with our chest, we got to do some chess. Okay?
Yep.
Brock Purdy has won 29 games as starter in his NFL career. Those 29 wins, 23 have been by double-digit margin. That's 79% of his wins. No other quarterback has at least 25 wins that has 3/4 of them come by double digits. Boom. I don't even know what that means. He's the first quarterback to throw for 5 touchdowns in a game since Steve Young in Super Bowl 29 versus the Chargers. That's the first game I remember watching. Holy cow. And he's the first to do it in a regular season since Joe Montana in 1990 against the Falcons. We had a franchise record, 6 passing touchdowns. The highest graded game by a quarterback this season on PFF was Brock Purdy, 96.6. We are going to wait, I think, until next week. We're going to wait until next week to do the CFP predictions. We are going to pull up some CFP stuff, though. Cowboys fan says his friends at Texas A&M fan, he feels bad for him. They were frauds, dude. They were frauds. Marcel Reed, not as good as everybody thought he was. CMC hit 1,000 rushing yards. He needs 163 to get 1,000 and 1,000. He'd be the first player in NFL history to do that twice. That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Does any of that Brock Purdy information do anything for you?
No.
Would you rather have Dak Prescott or Brock Purdy?
I mean, Dak Prescott's not going to sit out these last games.
But he did get benched. He got benched last game for Joe Milton.
Nope.
49ers are the first team in NFL history to with 80-plus points and no punts over a two-game span. The Niners haven't punted since November 30. That's crazy, dude. The defense worried me a little early. They came out, and the defense, Phillip Rivers was running an absolute surgery class on how to instruct play calling at the line of scrimmage because he was eating everything up that the Niners were throwing at him, all of it. But I did not expect them to come out and throw the ball that much. Okay, Tex. Is it? Anyways, Niners win in the playoffs, hunting for the 1 seed. We're back. Really nothing you can tell me right now that's going to deter me from thinking that we're about to win the 1 seed and be at home the entire NFL playoffs.
Seahawks look pretty good.
We already beat the Seahawks in Seattle.
They
Play
look
them.
good.
Saying, dude. I'm just saying. For all you Bills fans out there, you're welcome. And the Jags and the Chargers. But primarily the Bills, Tex. Because with a loss by the Colts, the Bills have clinched a playoff spot. How can you clinch if you don't even play a game? The Bills needed the 49ers to do their dirty work for them. Is that fair to say?
You're
an impartial party here.
I think the Bills would have gotten in on their own.
But they didn't. Now they can't take credit for it.
But they did.
Those are the rules. Those are the rules. I didn't make the rules because J-Vi sat up here and said, oh, the 49ers can't even do it on their own. Well, guess what, J-Vi? The Bills can't do it on their own either. Need somebody else to beat the Colts for them. Just saying. Also, fun fact here, Tex. We brought this up. I'll never forget it. There's a clip somewhere on the internet of us talking about this. The Bills have been on a heater since Sean McDermott took his glasses off. They're now 8-1. I remember when they showed him on the sidelines. Where was it? I can't remember what game it was. But I remember texting J-Vi, and I was like, dude, Sean McDermott can't show up in designer glasses. It was the Dolphins. It was the Dolphins. It had to be the Dolphins because Mike McDaniels is known for wearing designer glasses. But the Bills were 3-3 with his glasses that he just randomly started wearing, and now they're 7-1 without the glasses. We called it. We were on it. I mean, that's stuff we notice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a great stat, but we should have been keeping up with when he was wearing glasses when he wasn't. That was our fault. But I bet you there's a clip on the internet or one of our socials that talks about this. And that's what I'm saying, the chest stuff. Like if the Niners started incorporating in the 3 major lifts, I think the injuries go down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, that's all the Monday Night Football and the Bills talk.
That play, they had it and they ran into each other.
Who, UNLV?
Yes.
I can't believe that Ohio is winning this game. That's what Cowboys fans said. Tex, look, he said the UNLV back just rocked by his lineman. All right, other NFL news. Listen to this. Did you see this? So the fallout from DK Metcalf, okay? Grabbing that fan at the end of in the middle of the game at the Lions. This is what happened. The 2-game suspensions for Steelers. This is for me and Rappaport. Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf has been upheld by an appeals officer jointly appointed by the NFL and the NFLPA. Metcalf is out for the rest of the regular season and sees his $45 million in future guarantees voided, including $25 million that was fully guaranteed for 2026. Because he grabbed that dude, he just lost $45 million, basically. Does he have to retire from the NFL?
I don't know. He needs to
He can't.
do some thinking.
Dude, how do you recoup $45 million? He's gonna have to start an OnlyFans account or something. He's gonna have to sell blood or something. At $45 million, he's gonna have to buy a lottery ticket for tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
$45 million, dude. So the guy that he grabbed came out with a response. It said the fan said he called DK by his full name, DeKalen Zacharias Metcalf, which prompted him to react the way he did. My box turtle has a felony warrants out of Chicago. What? The guy said I called him that, and then he grabbed me and ripped my shirt. I'm a little shocked, like everyone's talking to me. I'm a little rattled, but I just want the Lions to win, baby. He said he just wants the Lions to win. What a true fan, dude. What a true fan. Guy's a social media star, and he's just like, I want the Lions to win. Fans are the best, man. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, is he just soft? I mean, look at the Steelers wide receivers are, Deontay Johnson, Antonio Brown, Chase Claypool, George Pickens, all these guys that, is it just something that when you go put on that uniform, you just kind of lose your mind or something? I don't know.
I think he's got a lot of passion and lives in the moment.
Yeah.
And he wasn't thinking about his future $45 million.
You should have somebody you know what? He should have somebody in his ear that's just like, whenever he's about to do something, like he just wears like a small Bluetooth earpiece.
Don't do that. You're going to lose a lot of money.
Yep. It just, yeah. That is so much money. So much money. Other piece of news, Tex. The Chiefs have entered into an agreement with the state of Kansas to host Chiefs football beginning in 2031, the 2031 NFL season. Franchise designing and building a state-of-the-art dome stadium, which is soft. Arrowhead Stadium will no longer be the home of the Chiefs following the 2030 season.
Oh, that sucks.
That the Chiefs are leaving?
No, there's going to be a dome.
Yes. And Javi said something that the AFC North was going to be the only collection of stadiums that was outside. That were all outside. Because the AFC West is going to have I think the Broncos are getting a new stadium. The Chiefs, the Chargers is indoors. And
they were building it in Kansas, not Kansas City?
Yeah, it's in Kansas. And something came out from Joe Pompliano. He said he read the 33-page term sheet, and to summarize, Kansas is giving the Chiefs $3 billion, and they get nothing in return. The Chiefs get to keep all the revenue. Kansas will own the stadium, but the Chiefs paying $7 million in rent annually, but that money doesn't go back to the state. It goes into an account the Chiefs can use for renovations, repairs, and all that stuff. So the Chiefs are literally having their cake and eating it too. I didn't even know this could be possible. That the state could be like, yeah, we're going to build you a stadium and you can just move in here and you don't really have to do anything. Like, that's like one of your friend's dads having like a vacation home and you go stay for it in like you have to go do like an internship there. It's like, yeah, just use my dad's house. So weird. That is such a weird. So do they have to change their name to the Kansas Chiefs?
I don't know.
Where's it at in Kansas?
I think that part of Kansas is like Overland Park.
That's weird, dude. That's gonna be weird.
I would look it up, but I'm doing this on my phone.
I'm
pretty sure right before is Overland Park.
Did Kansas just get hosed? Did they get fleeced? Did Kansas get fleeced?
Could be totally wrong about that.
Kansas got fleeced. If you're Missouri too, dude, man. I
think that's one to take it from Missouri. A lot of rivalry there between Kansas and Missouri.
That's so weird.
That's
so weird. Kansas got fleeced though. Is that the greatest trade in NFL history for $3 billion? The Chiefs got $3 billion in a free house, basically. Some are saying. College football update. The Bush's Beans Bowl. What they're doing with these bowl games is incredible. You know what I'm saying? So the Bush's Beans Bowl, Louisville wins. Who'd they beat? They beat Toledo. They beat them by 5, 27. Yep. The Bush's Boca Raton Bowl, they had a literal giant bowl of beans. If you're going to have a bean bowl, you have to have a bowl of beans. Pretty impressive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where would you rank this in the Xbox Bowl, the Pop-Tarts, and the Mayo Bowl? And the Potato Bowl, too. Shout out Potato Bowl.
I think that the Pop-Tart Bowl is still the best.
Yeah. Well, they were the ones to go all in first. Like everybody else it was like the turnover chain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you did the turnover chain, and then everybody started doing their version of the turnover chain. You know, kind of got. I wouldn't say watered down, but that's a lot of beans. Shout out the Beans Bowl. Love that. Okay. Let me hit the football drop and we'll talk a little college football here. Everybody shh.
Football. Yay, yay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. College football playoff. The numbers are in, Tex. Of course. College football playoff first round averages 9.9 million viewers. The game on Friday, Alabama, Oklahoma, 14.9 million.
Mm-hmm.
Miami, Texas A&M on Saturday, 14.8 million. Ole Miss, Tulane, 6.2. JMU, Oregon, 4.4. Okay. This is a crock of you know what. This is to further pile on the group of five saying, oh, they don't bring the numbers, they don't do this. Because, Tex, you know what was going on during the Ole Miss Tulane game and the JMU Oregon game? What was it?
The NFL games.
Exactly. Do you know what channel JMU and Oregon and Ole Miss and Tulane were on?
I don't know. I was watching on my phone.
TNT. So the first two games, Alabama, Oklahoma, Miami, Texas A&M, ESPN, ABC, primetime, literally no other games on at that time. There might have been, was there an FCS? No, because both the FCS games were on Saturday. 12 noon, I think there might have been one D2 game on at noon. And then Ole Miss and Tulane was on TNT, and it was on the exact same time that 4 other college football games were on. Okay? And the same thing with JMU and Oregon. There was another FCS game on, Villanova and Illinois State. So you had 5 or 6 games on during the Tulane and Ole Miss, and you had at least 1 or 2 other games on JMU and Oregon, and those 2 games are on TNT. So, of course, the games, University or Miami and Texas A&M, Alabama, Oklahoma, of course, they're going to have more viewers. They're the only games on, and they're on the biggest networks. They just won't stop, dude. They won't stop. But on this show, we're not going to let it happen. We're not going to let you put this graphic up and then act like there weren't extenuating circumstances. Okay? BS. Not going to have that. Do you agree, Tex?
Yes.
Anything else to add to that?
No, but I don't know when else they would have. I mean, they could have put that game earlier in the day, but I don't know if it had been 14.3 million or whatever it was.
Well, let me ask you this. If Alabama and Oklahoma were playing at the same time as Chicago and Green Bay, the Packers, would their numbers have been the same?
Probably not.
No, of course not. You could have put JMU Oregon on that first Friday. It's an obvious choice. So look, and here it is. Here it follows up. Yahoo Sports says the NFL dominated over college football playoff and viewership. The Packers and Bears had 21.3 million. JMU, obviously. And then Eagles Commanders had 15.46 million over Tulane and Ole Miss. So, they knew exactly what they were doing. Genius, but don't sit there and act like, oh, these guys draw the big numbers. Like ESPN is doing, they're stacking the deck, essentially. All right, Tex. This is a graphic from CFB Rivalries on Twitter, at CFB_rivalries. We give credit on this show. They came up with this idea of not an expanded playoff, but a play-in playoff. Okay? What do you think of this? So this year, the first two teams out you'd have a play-in series, which would be on the same weekend as the Army-Navy game. You play it after that game. So you would have had JMU play BYU, and then you would have had Tulane play Notre Dame. And then this graphic comes up that the 12 seed play-in winner gets to go to Oregon, and then the 11 seed goes to Ole Miss. What do you think of that idea?
I can get behind that. I just don't want it to be the group of 5 teams every time.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't think it will be. I think Group 5 team deserves to be in, but I think this is a pretty cool graphic. I think that's a pretty good way to expand it without expanding it, but also offer all of us more football. Like, everybody who's complaining about the playoffs, you don't love football. Shut up. If you get to talk about football for a living and you're complaining about football, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Why would you complain about watching football? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, Tex wants to play in playing to be all SEC teams. That's a good one, AKC. Got him. I love it. Okay. And then a quick update on our college football path to the Natty power rankings. Tex, we had this 1 through 12. Number 12 was Miami. Miami won. Number 5 was basically all we did was re-rank these. I keep looking at this just laughing, and I'm like, basically all we did was say we just re-ranked the top 4, but it was based off a path. So JMU's out, they were number 9. Oklahoma's out, they were number 10. Tulane was out, they were number 11. So we had those right. The only one we missed was Miami and Texas A&M. We had Texas A&M way too high. We had them at 5 with path. So overall, I still like the way we look here. I still think Texas Tech has the best path to get to the Natty. And Georgia has a good path. So just wanted to update everybody on that. If you've been following along, what do you think, Tex?
I think that, in hindsight, maybe we didn't give Miami enough credit.
We did not. I was mad that they got in over BYU, so I ranked them last, and that blew up in our face.
Really thinking we gave Ole Miss too much credit, but
potentially.
See.
Look, we're going to update this, though. Don't worry. We'll keep you posted on this. All right. Let's get to some updates on the Christmas games, and then we will skedaddle. We're not going to talk much about the college football playoff too much because they're not until when do they start? A week from today. So next Wednesday, I think, is when one of the games is. So we're probably not going to do a show next week. We'll probably do it Tuesday again next week because it's a holiday night. Yeah. New Year's Eve is next Wednesday. So we're probably not doing a show. We'll do it Tuesday. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. We'll go more in depth next week about college football playoff predictions, Cowboys fan. Okay. Everybody shh. Tex, I hate how they put, I almost crossed this out. It says holiday games. And they got this little Christmas or candy cane patch they put on the jerseys. And the NFL is bragging about a full day of football on Christmas. And look, this goes back to the same argument we had about the college football thing. If you're sitting there yelling about playoff college football and that it sucks, you don't love football. If you're yelling and complaining about 3 NFL games on Christmas, you don't love football. Okay? If you think for 1 second that I'm going to watch Dak Prescott versus Josh Johnson, Jared Goff versus Max Brosmer, Bo Nix versus Chris Aludicon over the NBA on Christmas, you're exactly right. I'm going to. Because I will not watch the NBA. I don't care about the NBA on Christmas. I will gladly put together some stupid parlay with the boys, we will send out a group message to each other, and we will say, "Hey, who we riding tonight? Who we riding today?" And then
We're gonna say Cowboys, Lions,
Mm.
and
Oh.
Broncos.
Dude, Road Dogs, the Jesse James Road Dog Parlay.
Yep, Road Dog Parlay.
I love that. We're gonna have to make a graphic. Do these games have any? We're to go. I'm pulling up another. We're gonna look at the over under and the spread minus or the plus minus or the spread real quick. But I want to give shout out to Sebastian at Mr. Case B on Twitter. We always do this on our weekday show. We look at the playoff leverage graphic. Pretty bare here. Okay. Do these games have any impact on the playoff picture? Yes, there is one. The Detroit Lions, if they win this game on the road in Minnesota, have a 10% chance to make the playoffs, even though they lost to the Steelers. Other than that, Cowboys eliminated. Commanders eliminated. Vikings eliminated. Chiefs eliminated. Broncos clinched. And I believe that's it. Yes. So, but still a big football weekend. Game with the most leverage this weekend will be Saturday. Ravens-Packers 34.5% leverage. Not a lot of games with a lot of meeting this weekend. As far as playoff goes. Seeding for the playoffs, yes. But anyways, shout out Sebastian for making that graphic. It's incredible. Dude, you're not even kidding. How could everything was going against Ohio? Their coach left, and they had people sitting out, and then all of a sudden UNLV is 10-3. All this talent, everybody's playing. Nothing. Come on, Mountain West. Not a good bowl season for the Mountain West so far. Okay. All right, Tex. Let me pull up here we go. Real quick. Here we are. Tex, you said it earlier, the Cowboys and Commanders. Game means nothing. How do you find motivation to watch this game and love this game?
I mean, as a lover of football, I'm going to watch this game knowing that these games set the tone for next year for the Cowboys.
And guess what? In July,
he's playing, and we know that he's out for the win because wins matter. No matter when you get them, even if they don't matter.
In July, you'd be loving it. In July, you'd love a Cowboys Commanders game, wouldn't you?
Yep.
That means nothing. So if you're going to complain about this,
you're tell me Cowboys Commanders, I'm watching.
Yeah. If you tell me, look, here we go. Incentives. Here's what to watch. Deebo Samuel needs 2 catches and 61 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns to get $1 million.
Yep. This
is prop betting day.
This game matters because of rivalry, though. You got to have bragging rights, and on top of that, the Cowboys will have the best division record.
Ooh, I like that angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Cowboys are out of the hunt. They're done. But bet your Deebo Samuel props, okay? Josh Johnson, who did play with Deebo Samuel in San Francisco for a time. So connection right there.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas is favored by 7, over-unders 50.5. Do you like any of those? Weather's going to be nice. It's in Washington. How many Santa Clauses and Grinches are we going to see in the stands? There's got to be a bet for that. For like showing us a Santa Claus or a Grinch immediately. How long? What's the over/under in seconds they show Santa Claus or Grinch on the TV?
0, because they're going to be having them on before the game.
Dude, it's going to be incredible. Do you like any of those? Do you like Cowboys money line? Do you like the spread? Do you like over or what?
I'm going Cowboys. Cowboys. Spread cover the spread for sure.
Okay. All right.
I like that the best. Cowboys
minus 7.
Yep.
There you go. Love that.
At least.
Love that AKC. 25.5 seconds. So from when they show the kickoff. Can't be. Let's go. When the game starts, how long before they show a Santa Claus? Man, I wish we could. I wish everybody listening to the show, we bet that. I wish that was a bet somewhere.
I wish I could bottle this Ohio State QB right now, or this University of Ohio QB.
Parker Navarro. He's a baller now.
With his nose all bleeding, tampon stuff, nose like a wrestler, mustache, saying a prayer at the emblem there at the end of the game, leading us.
Love it.
Getting the last first down. Love it.
Okay. 4:30. Lions. Vikings. Lions favored by 7.5, over under 43.5. Vikings season's done. JJ McCarthy's out. We got Max Brosmer. Pretty much irrelevant. Lions have a chance. They got a small, slim chance they have to win this game. So at least this game means something to someone. Okay. Is there anything you like from a picks perspective on this game?
Once again, the Lions will cover the spread.
Really?
Oh yeah. I just don't think that the Vikings will have any juice on offense.
The Cowboys and the Lions getting all the holiday games, and the Chiefs. Like they're the Cowboys, Lions, and Chiefs play every holiday now. They play Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's out of control. Dan Campbell calling offensive plays has been a disaster. And I think the Vikings are going to get after Jared Goff. I would disagree with you. I would think the Vikings cover the spread because Jared Goff with pressure is absolutely terrible. I would bet the over in this game, 43.5. Because the Lions defense sucks. I don't care if it is Max Brosmer. Anyways, 8:15 game. There's no props that matter in that game. Broncos, Chiefs. Chiefs, their fans are going to be really sad because now begins the farewell tour from Gee-Haw Field and Arrowhead Stadium, so on and so forth. Broncos need to win this game. Chiefs are starting their third-string quarterback. Shout out Gardner Minshew for not tearing his ACL as an ACL survivor. Can the Broncos rebound, Tex? Because they got demolished by the Jags. So, what do you like in this? Broncos are favored by 13.5. Over-under is 36.5. What do you think, Tex? 12-3 Broncos, 6-9 Chiefs.
Over.
I love the confidence. I love it. The Chiefs don't do anything well. And I think the Broncos defense are a bunch of fugazis, by the way. I think they've been getting torched recently. At home, too, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, they gave up 26 to the Packers at home. Man, they gave up 34 to the Jags at home. What a joke. Broncos fugazis. Broncos are on fraud alert. Fraud alert. He said he was looking like Aaron Rodgers out there, the quarterback from Ohio. We're going to the Birmingham Bowl. No, I don't think we are. I wish it was late notice. We didn't know they were even in a bowl. He said, don't answer text because it's a group of 5 game, so don't worry about it. All right, so who are you taking in this game, Tex? What do you like here? You like the over? Who wins?
The over.
Love it. America wins.
Mm-hmm.
So, over in the Chiefs Broncos, over in the Lions Vikings, Cowboys cover the spread or money line?
Cover the spread.
I don't like that.
Cowboys by $1 billion.
I don't like it. I would disagree. So, all right.
Agree to disagree.
Okay. It's Christmas. Christmas is the time for sharing. Okay. Update on today's bowl games. Louisville wins 27-22. Western Kentucky wins 27-16. And we just saw that Ohio won.
Mm-hmm.
And then earlier this week, sad state of affairs, Tex. Utah State, 6-7. They got beat pretty handily by Washington State. Great offensive line, though. Great offensive line. Okay.
Line looked really good in that game.
Looked really good. Helmets, elite. The Utah State helmets, elite. Love those helmets. Tomorrow night, there is a game. December 24th, Christmas Eve. Hawaii.
California.
At home. At home versus Cal. Hawaii's favored.
Mm-hmm.
Get to see our guy, JKS. Sagapulatele versus the Tokyo Toe. And what's the quarterback? Are these just two left-handed guys? I'm pretty sure this is two left-handed quarterbacks.
The lefties.
Yeah, Alihado. Is he left-handed? Is Micah Alihado left-handed? Yes. Dude. Sagapulatele, Alihado, left-handed duel. This is great. This is great. It's going to be 80 degrees. Tex, who do you like? Hawaii minus 1.5 overs, 50.5. Cal or Hawaii?
Hawaii.
I respectfully disagree.
Minus 1.5.
I respectfully disagree.
Hawaii's really good at home.
You know what? We're going to be together this weekend. Loser has to do something.
I'm not doing that.
You take Hawaii, I'll take Cal.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Fair. That's a great. Love that. Left-handed bowl. That's your kind of bowl.
Mm-hmm. South
Three games on Friday. Then a slew of games on Saturday. It's gonna be great. All right. Football's about to pick up. Anywho. Tex. I've got what I think is it How Dare Yous? Got one How Dare You. I didn't get to upset alert or upset advisory. I didn't get to picks of the week because everything was sped up this week. We got Christmas going on, but we did want to get a show in and talk about the Niners, talk about a little NFL, talk about some college football.
Nobody wants to talk about the Niners with you.
What?
Nobody want to talk about the Niners.
It's the first thing on the headline, dude. It's the first thing on the title. Sorry about it. We'll get the graphics out of upset advisory and the picks, though. Those will be out this week. You can bet it. Okay. I do have one How Dare You. So you can How Dare You.
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare me? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
Okay, How Dare Yous. Here we go, Tex. Do you have one? Because I have one.
No.
How dare you to I'm not really sure who I how dare you to live golf or to Brooks Koepka, because Brooks Koepka, Live Golf just put out thank you at Brooks Koepka. That's it. So Brooks Koepka, apparently his contract has been terminated with Live Golf. So I'm not sure there's a how dare you in there, but I'm not sure who it goes to. And then the PGA Tour comes out and says the most plain thing you've ever heard. Brooks Koepka is a highly accomplished professional, and we wish him and his family continued success. The PGA Tour continues to offer the best professional golfers the most competitive, challenging, and lucrative environment in which to pursue greatness. So what does that mean?
Yes, lucrative, no.
What does that mean? So apparently if you go to Live, you can't be on the PGA Tour for a year. So that's going to be what people are going to be watching for. So how dare you to buddy. Buddy, AKC, are you kidding me? We can't do that because it's not for another couple of weeks. But everybody's been playing Illinois State. Go back and check the upset advisories. Illinois State is on the upset advisory as the upsetter, not the upsettee. You better believe it, buddy. I've been on the Redbirds, and also shout out the Redbirds. I got a $2 million donation. But Tex, who's the how dare you to? Is this to live, the PGA, or the Brooks Koepka?
Well, I was reading about this, and Brooks Koepka, I don't think it can go to Brooks Koepka because his wife had a carriage.
Oh.
Here. So I think that he said he decided that he wanted to spend more time with his family. So I think stuff's going on he's probably got to deal with. I don't know if I can necessarily go to him.
That's a fair point. I would say it's to live. No, I'd say it's the PGA Tour because
they're going to block him out here.
Yep, they're going to try to grandstand here. They're going to try to make an example out of him. This is the PGA Tour, but also we're PGA Tour credentialed, so we're in a pickle here. You know what? How dare you to? I don't know. You know what? Oh, I know what this is. You know what this is? TGL. TGL is going to try to sign him. You know, TGL starts in like a few weeks, like 2 weeks maybe. Maybe not even 2 weeks, maybe a week or two. The PGA wanted to drum up some talking points. Brooks Koepka gets kicked out of LIV. Maybe they sign him to TGL. It's not a sanctioned PGA Tour event. Drum up some internet stuff. Brooks Koepka to the TGL. You watch it. Say, hey, we can't let you back on tour, but you can come play with your buddies over here. Ease him back in. Love that. That's the angle. I do love Montana State. No, I don't. I hate Montana State and Montana. I hate them both because we played both of them. My last game ever was in Montana. Mine and Jay. Well, not J-Vaz, but mine. So I don't like the Montanas. I respect them, but I don't like them. BMO's here. He says, boys are ahead of the game. Done rapping? Just about, buddy. Just about. Of course, I've seen your basement, BMO. You have way more toys and presents than we could ever imagine. Mr. Moneybags up there. Tex, that's it. It's over. It's the quickest show we've ever done.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for riding along with us. And if this podcast found you on your Christmas Eve, Christmas travels, thank you. We see all the numbers. The numbers on Facebook are out of control. We're approaching 1 million views per month, which is crazy. We thank you. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Just like the Temptations. We wish you all a Merry Christmas to each one of you. But anyways, follow us on all the socials. Download, like, subscribe to the podcast. Everybody. I wish I had a Christmas song to play, but I don't. So here's football in the key of us.
Football, you're so cool.
Merry Christmas, everyone. We're going to stay happy holidays on this show.
Football, we